for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the blues. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the blues. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the blues. Yeah, beats, leaving in the street, case on the news.
I ain't trying to know your business. Baby, you can let you be friends, but I'm just trying to talk to you. Ladies and gentlemen, girl, I'm trying to get this pussy one more time. What's up, baby? What's up with you? What's up with you? What's up with you?
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Tim Williams makes the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Seibert's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them. And they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversions, and now they're just 3 back.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Connects it to Roberts, right side.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Finds Roberts left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now Jackson on 1st down, forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson now to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Roberts. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the 1st drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him...
And the pressure gets to him again. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Right side, it's Snead. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, a 14-3 ball game. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh, Bengals and Steelers. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And down inside the 15 he goes. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Roberts has it. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21.
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Tim Williams in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Seibert able to knock this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. 20, 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And this is now a one-point game.
Makes the score Ravens 41, Browns 20.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. Spinning past him. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tim Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Being chased out left. Throw left side complete. That's Roberts. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Buying time to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Hill. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. On third down, Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And turn this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield got first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield, and this will be incomplete. Football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
The psychology of the game amazed me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike, watch the slip. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. I got it.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining in this third quarter. From the gun on third down, Jackson dancing to his left. And got his man complete for 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump for that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Gotta do better.
To throw again is Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. But that what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Matt Judon drives in, and it's going to be 4th and long. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest to try and keep you clean, but in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Brown. So dangerous.
time, it took me so